In this guide, we'll break down how to teach your dog to roll over in easy steps while making sure the experience is safe and comfortable. 1. Set up the right learning space. Before starting, make sure you have a comfortable spot for your dog to practice rolling over. Rolling on a hard surface like tile or hardwood floors can be uncomfortable, especially for dogs that aren't used to the movement. So, it's best to begin on something soft like carpet, a padded mat, or even outside on the grass. This will help your dog feel at ease as they learn the new trick. 2. Start with a treat to get your dog into a down position. To begin, use a treat to lure your dog into a down position. Hold the treat near their nose to get their attention, and then slowly lower the treat towards their front paws. This should guide them to lie down with their belly touching the floor. Praise them for following the treat and reward them with it once they are in position. 3. Encourage your dog to lie on their side. Once your dog is lying down, the next step is to help them lie on their side. Again, you'll use the treat as a guide. Move the treat towards your dog's shoulder, encouraging them to shift their weight and roll onto their side. As they begin to lie on their side, say, "Yes," or give another marker word and reward them for making progress. 4. Find your dog's preferred side. Just like people, dogs often have a preferred side they like to lie on. Some dogs find it easier to roll over from one side than the other, so pay attention to which side your dog seems to favor. Work with their natural preference to make the learning process easier. If you're unsure, try luring them onto both sides and see which one they roll over from more comfortably. 5. Reward baby steps. Don't expect your dog to roll over perfectly the first time. Learning this trick is a gradual process, so reward small progress along the way. Every little movement that brings them closer to rolling over should be celebrated with praise and a treat. This positive reinforcement helps keep your dog motivated to continue learning. 6. Guide your dog to roll all the way over. Once your dog is comfortable lying on their side, it's time to help them roll all the way over. Hold the treat close to their nose and move it in a circular motion, encouraging them to follow the treat with their head. This should help guide their entire body into a full roll. If they don't complete the roll right away, that's okay. Keep rewarding any small steps towards the goal, and eventually, they'll get it. 7. Put the movements together. Once your dog understands the separate parts of the trick, lying down, rolling to their side, and flipping over, you can start putting the movements together into one fluid motion. Use the treat as a lure and lead them through the entire sequence of movements. With enough practice, your dog will begin to associate the movements with the treat and roll over smoothly. 8. Introduce the roll over command. As your dog gets more comfortable with the sequence, you can introduce the verbal command, roll over. Say the command just before you lure them into the trick with the treat. Over time, your dog will begin to recognize the words and associate them with the action. Be sure to give plenty of praise and treats every time they successfully roll over. 9. Wean them off the treat. After your dog starts responding to the command, you can begin to reduce the use of treats. Gradually use smaller hand movements and fewer treats to encourage your dog to roll over on command without always expecting a snack. Eventually, you can rely solely on the command and a hand signal to cue the trick. Once your dog masters this, you can even give the command from a standing position. 10. Be patient and keep practicing. Rolling over is a more advanced trick, so it may take some time for your dog to master it. Some dogs may pick it up quickly, while others, especially larger dogs, might struggle with certain parts of the trick. Every dog learns at their own pace, so be patient and practice a little bit every day. Focus on the areas where your dog needs the most help, and remember to celebrate their progress, no matter how small. If your dog loses interest or gets distracted, take a quick break and make the training session more engaging by switching up rewards or making the game more interactive.